car, and I don't know whose car that was. I picture that it was, I don't know, some sort of big boat of a thing. And so they went out, they were going to have a drive in the new car. So I don't know how many people it fit. And they went out, all of them, all the guys, and they never came back. And they never came back. And they never came back. And there were great aunts who were quietly like whispering, like, oh, I don't know where they go. I don't know. And there were younger cousins of my dad, you know, like in their 20s or something, newly married, weeping, absolutely sure that, you know, there'd been a huge accident and that everybody was gone. And, you know, people calming them down and stuff like that. Finally, the guys like strutted in, and they'd all gone to a movie. So they were gone for hours, but they'd gone to a movie, they'd watched a movie, and they'd finally come back. No, none of the women were very happy with them, but it did make for an interesting New Year's Day.
I think we're going. I think we got us going on my Facebook page.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I think we're going. Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Anyway, so that was my story of other New Year's days and other New Year's Day traditions, but they didn't make a habit. Before my time, I think they used to go bowling on New Year's Day. That was
Why
the
aren't
big
we
thing.
bowling?
Because we're here.
Oh, I guess.
We have,
And now I'm here too.
and we have been here for the last 20 years.
Yes, doing
Unbelievable.
the Captain's Polar Bear Levee and Old Time Fiddle Party. We should turn it over to Katie for a second, so
Sure.
she could, since she's the curator, she should say something official.
That would be lovely.
Okay, so Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning into the 20th annual New Year's Levee. The second we've had to hold virtually, but at least we can still be together today. We so wanted to have you into the museum this year, but today we're lucky to have Ian Bell and Judy Moore live with us from their home. 2022 will be a good year for the Harbour Museum. We have some great plans in the works. This, of course, is our first event of the year, and we're also starting a membership drive for the month of January. So local photographer Chris Mead has generously donated this beautiful canvas print to raffle off to those who purchase or renew their membership this month. Membership starts at just $31 and it goes to help the museum in so many ways. If you purchase or renew a membership, we'll be open, if you want to, we'll be open Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays this month from 10 to 4, or you can download a membership form from our website at portdovermuseum.ca and mail us a check. But enough from me, you're tuning in for the music, so I will turn it over to Ian and Judy, and don't forget to sing along at home.
Thank you. Well, yeah, like Judy said, we've been doing this for 20 years. Who thought?
Not me.
We made this event up. Carrie Walmsley and I, the first year I was there, Carrie Walmsley and I made this event up during the week between Christmas and New Year's when we were down there for whoever happened to come in. And we knew there was going to be the polar bear dip. And great event, but it's over, you know, like that. It's over in 15 minutes. So we thought, well, what can we do? There's going to be 500 people on the beach. How can we ride on the coattails of this event? So we put up some posters that said, Captain's Polar Bear Levee, whatever that was. And then the key phrase was free hot chocolate. And yeah, it was like that cartoon of the frog where they put up the sign that said free beer and all the feet run in the door. And Judy and I were there. We sat in the corner and we played tunes
By ourselves.
by ourselves, and 100 people came in, had some free hot chocolate, and hung around, and it grew from there. And I think, I'm sure every year we've played this tune. We often start off with this tune because everybody knows it, and I hope some of you were playing along. Some of the regulars that have come out every year. Let's start off play Santa Anne's Reel.
Santa Anne's Reel.
Let's play it 3 times unless we get tired of it.
That's in D, right?
And it's in D. It's D, G, A. Not a
playing
lot to
along.
it. There is a secret B minor chord halfway through the B part, but if you don't play it, we're not going to know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicely done, everybody. So after the first year, we invited some other players along, and the title of the event went from just being the captain's polar bear levee to being the captain's polar bear levee and old time fiddle party. And we always had, no matter what was on the poster, there was always a tiny little Don Messer in the corner going hoo-ha, and inviting people to take a donation to the food bank, which you should anyway. Not because we tell you to, but just do that. That would be a good thing to do at this time of the year. So we ended up with lots of local players, tune players, but also song singers as well.
If you give them a heads up, they might be.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna play the Log Driver's Waltz next. That's a good idea, Judy. I will give you a heads up. It's in D too. Boy, there are a lot of this sets in D, but that's okay. It's my favorite key. And it's a great old song by Wade Hemsworth. And whether you know it from Wade or the McGarrigles or that great National Film Board cartoon, sing along and play along. When you ask any girl in the parish around what pleases her most, from her head to her toes, she'll say, I'm not sure that it's business of yours, but I do like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes whirling down the white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, whirling down the white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. When the drive's nearly over, I like to go down, watch all the lads as they work on the river. Later that night, when they come into town, we all like to waltz with the log driver, for he goes whirling down the white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, whirling down the white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. Both my parents, I've had to give way. Dance with the merchants and the doctors and the lawyers. Their manners are fine, but their feet are of clay. There's none with the style of my log driver, for he goes whirling down the white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, whirling down the white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely. I've had my chances with all kinds of men. None are so fine as my lad on the river. When the drive's over and he asks me again, I know I would marry my log driver, for he goes whirling down white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, whirling down the white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely, whirling down the white water. That's where the log driver learns to step lightly, whirling down the white water. The log driver's waltz pleases girls completely.
All right.
That's a good one. We're having to sub for all the other people who usually sing at these things. We usually, mostly pass it around and play what everybody wants to do. But we went over sort of in our minds and tried to pick out some of the songs that people well,
enjoy.
bring to
Yeah.
this thing,
Yeah.
and some of the tunes as well.
And some of the requests that we've had over the years. Over the years.
Over the years. What was funny, after a few years, more and more players kept coming. We've got a little slideshow we're going to stick in at some point later on, that has some great pictures of, when you get up to 20 or 25 musicians, and then the crowd started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And one year we had, over the course of the afternoon, 500 people through the building, which wasn't ideal for anybody probably, but it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun having to fight your way into a museum. I always thought.
I remember going across to Tim Hortons, so the Tim Hortons must have been there. I went across to Tim Hortons and got a coffee just before we started because I thought we needed something. And I wasn't sure I was going to get back in the door because there was a lineup and I had to convince people that I was actually supposed to be in there, elbows and jostling through. I remember we went and bought mats.
Oh, yeah, to keep the mud
inside the door, the snow and the wet and the mud and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mud and the blood and the beer.
Mud, the blood, the beer. No blood.
No blood or beer. Lots of mud.
Yeah. And hot chocolate. Yeah, that was fun. And then you stopped.
Yeah, there was a point at which I stopped advertising when you realize you've actually got a tradition on your hands.
It's like whoa,
yeah, and when I stopped working at the museum, I had to tell the new curator. I said, listen, there's this thing that happens on New Year's Day. It's called the Polar Bear Levee. And I said, I don't, whether you do it or not, it doesn't matter. But if you decide not to do it, you're actually going to have to buy advertising to say that it's not on. And
move yourself back.
Okay, let's play some tunes. Let's play Liberty and Over the Waterfall. More D tunes.
Yeah, they're in D.
Probably a couple of times each will suffice, I would think.
Sure. You just tell me when to move. I'll do it.
1, 2, 3. So this is always a sing-along favorite.
Yep.
And
Just wait. You talk.
and
You know what?
old Scottish song. There are a few. Well, I mean, they're all Old Lang Syne is the classic old Scottish sing-along for this time of the year. But this is another good one. And this song was, it became kind of a cliche of a Scottish song, but it's just a good song. And I used to like listening to my friend Bobby Watts sing this because I think I stole the attitude from this. He sang it as if it was an R&B song, even though he's a good Scot from the Isle of Arran. And yeah, you sort of sing this with the idea of what would Barry White do. It's I should say what it is. It's Loch Lomond. It's going to be in the key of D. There's a great part in the middle it's got a B minor. There's one part when me and my true love goes from B minor to F sharp minor, and if you can do that, that's great. There's some other B minors in there too, but the other chords are fairly obvious. By yon bonny banks and by yon bonny braes, as the sun shines bright on Loch Lomond, where me and my true love wherever want again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Oh, you take the high road, and I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland before ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. 'Twas there that we parted in yon shady glen, on the steep, steep slopes of Ben Lomond, where in the purple hues the Heelan hills we view, and the moon coming out in the gloaming. Ah, you take the high road, and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before ye, for me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. You want to play it? Very nice. There wee birdies sing, and the wildflowers spring, and in sunshine the waters are sleeping, but the broken heart will care lay second spring again, while the woeful shall cease with their greeting. You take the high road, I'll take the low road. I'll be in Scotland before ye, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. And once again, ah, you take the for you, but me and my true love will never meet again on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. That was fun. That song's always fun. From the sublime to Chase Me Charlie. This is one we always play. It's an A tune for those of you who are keeping score. My A accordion is in such bad shape that I'm going to play it on this amazing thing that Judy's mom gave me for Christmas a few years ago. It's a sort of a Gatling accordion, or a Gatling harmonica. It's got all kinds of different keys, and the only problem is I have to put on my glasses to figure out which one I'm playing in. Look, oh, there it is, A. And
If you were, yeah, okay.
it's a great little thing.
If you were,
Yes?
if you were in a circus or something, you could like spin it
I could.
and play and play,
Yeah, yeah,
and you could work up a little thing.
yeah. Especially if I didn't have any teeth.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, but you could like and change keys on the go.
So, yeah, there's an old Scottish tune called The Conch of the North. A lot of people call it Chase Me Charlie because it's got words to it as well. We're going to play it the real way. Everybody plays it backwards these days. They start with the Chase Me Charlie part, and it's really supposed to start with the other part. And since we're in charge today, that's the way we're going to do it properly.
Whoop.
1, 2, 1. Shop, and what do you think I got? 2 black eyes and a broken nose and a little bit off the top. Chase me Charlie, lost the leg of me drawers. Chase me Charlie, won't you lend me yours? Had a canary up the leg of her drawers. When she farted out, it darted to a round of applause. If Dave Jensen was here, he'd say that was too slow. So
Yeah.
we better do one for Dave.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
That's where he'd start.
That's where
And then
he'd
go
start.
faster.
And he'd go faster from there.
Yeah.
So speaking of Dave,
Oh yeah.
Dave is unfortunately not with us today. Only we are with us. And,
Well, yeah. Fortunately for us, I guess we're here.
Well, yes.
Too bad. Dave.
Unfortunately for us, Dave isn't here too. But Dave, we decided we would sub for Dave as best we could. Nobody can sub for Dave Jensen. But we're going to sing a song he always sings, Christmas in the Harbour. And it's become a real tradition at the Polar Bear Levee. We always sing it. And of course, we always let Dave sing it, so I never had to.
We never
learned the words, so I'm gonna have to put my glasses on for this one, and hope we get the tune right too.
So join in on the chorus and drown us out.
I know some people out there know all the words. Hope we get them in the right order. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Church bells ring out loud and clear. People come from far and near. All men drink their Christmas cheer. It's Christmas in the harbor. Younger faces all aglow smile beneath the mistletoe. Yule log embers brightly glow. It's Christmas in the harbor. Here comes the chorus. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Children sleep without a sound, nestled in their eider down. Snow is falling softly round. It's Christmas in the harbor. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Trees are laden down with snow. It's off to midnight mass we go, hand in hand across the snow. It's Christmas in the harbor. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Younger know they dance and sing, all join in the chanting. Peace on earth, goodwill to men. It's Christmas in the harbor. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. One more chorus. Christ the King was born today. Hark the herald angels say it's Christmas in the harbor. Thanks for teaching us that, Dave.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful song.
It's a great one.
I like this. I like the verse with the off to midnight mass we go, hand in hand across the snow. I know, it's lovely.
Oh, it gets more artistic. 2 accordions. This is one of the ones that we sometimes do because people request it, and it's one of those songs that at this point in time, everybody knows the chorus to this, but it was funny. We actually looked at the original music and saw there were verses we'd never seen in our lives. So we decided we'd just leave it with the choruses. And here they are. You got them? Oh yes, you got them. Good. My wild Irish rose. After all that palaver, it did.
Yeah, just 1 second. Are you doing a melody?
Well, I'll probably play a little bit of each.
It's funny, I thought I had a... Sorry. Doesn't matter, we'll just keep going. I thought I had the...
Considering how fast this is going to go by, this is...
I know.
It's a long build-up.
All right.
Here's a song. Made famous by Billy Comiskey.
Now, it's in C, is it not? Or G?
It's in C.
In C. Oh, dear. Okay.
We'll play it and sing it and play it again, or something.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. That's what I say, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. Well, that's about as good as it's ever sounded at the Levee anyway. That was true to form.
Well, I thought I had a paper around here with the melody on it too. Well, whatever.
You know what? Let's show the slideshow while we're playing the next set of tunes.
Okay, that's fine with me. honey.
Well, it seemed like it would have been a waste on Chase Me Charlie.
Yes. Yes.
Once we did the new improved version of Chase Me Charlie.
Okay.
So let's so
So what we're going to be playing is Angelina Baker and Whiskey Before Breakfast.
But while we do that, we're gonna
He's going to share his screen.
I'm gonna share my screen.
Oh, I hope she allowed you to share a screen on this little.
Well, I'm sure she's listening, so with any luck, look, there we are. Share screen. So this is a little video
Just wait till I find everything.
of over the years. We don't have anything from really early on.
Because it was nothing to take a picture of.
No, and we were always too busy to take pictures. And but there are credits. We got pictures from Chris Simon, Donna McMillan, and Kate Betting, and
I don't think you're quite sharing yet, are you?
I'm not yet.
Okay.
I'm sharing it. I'm just not. I haven't started it.
I don't think you're sharing it.
Oh
'cause I
yes,
see your
yes,
face.
yes,
okay,
we are.
Maybe you're right.
Here
That's
we
fine
go.
then. Okay. Chris Simon and who else?
Oh, Kate and Donna and
Nice.
me and Angela Wallace and
So-
various people.
Angelina Baker and Whiskey Before Breakfast.
Oh, I'm not going to play it on. I'm not going to
It's
play it
in
on.
D and
Yep,
in
and
D.
D.
Go figure.
1, 2, 3, 4. How was that for exquisite
Ooh,
timing?
nice timing. I had to stop looking at the pictures because I was falling off the bus. I'm gonna have to look at them.
Well, I hope you saw them. I enjoyed looking at them.
I'm gonna have to see them later.
Yeah.
I'll look later.
It was interesting getting. It was neat getting the ones from the newspaper,
Oh yeah.
which I had sort of forgotten. Where it was nice. There was a nice picture of Gail Bridger in the newspaper once, and Gail who left us just not so long ago, a week or so ago, was such a regular at these things with her fiddle, and you could always tell I could always tell when I was playing too fast, because that was when Gail would switch to boron. But we'll miss her. Same with Elizabeth Corwin, who was a regular and is in so many pictures. I did a painting of that photograph. The photograph that has Phil Harmonic.
Yeah.
And I like that painting because Elizabeth's in the background of it, along with other people we know. Let's do Irene Goodnight. This isn't the end, but there are always so many good ending songs for things like this that you just have to do them anyway and just put them in the middle. Oh, okay. We'll do the little introduction and everything. This is in the key of G, and it's Irene Goodnight chords. D C G. I should get you by.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife are gonna take a little stroll downtown. Irene, goodnight. Irene, goodnight. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in town. Sometimes I take the great ocean to jump in the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Play one. Quit your rambling, quit your gambling, stop staying out late at night. Stay home with your wife and family and sit by the fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Irene, good night. Irene, I feel like lead belly when I do that. That's good. It just needs to be on a 12-string guitar. So,
Okay.
oh, let's play another tune. Let's play The Road to Boston. We always play The Road to Boston.
We do play the road to Boston. Sometimes we're on the road to Boston.
We are sometimes on the road to Boston. That's true. Carry on the road to Bealton.
Mm-hmm. So,
In the key of D,
yeah,
not a lot of chords.
but there's B minors and E minors.
Yeah, there are some in there.
Just to keep it
They're
interesting.
kind of optional.
Really? I thought they were
Well,
like the core of it.
well, they're not optional to you.
Okay.
I expect to hear them. 1, 2, 3. So, what key did we end up doing that one in? This is another one of the perennial requests.
Wait, I think I've actually got that one in
There is a.
You guys don't know this, but a lot of the time, there's so many musicians there that I've been lucky enough that sometimes back in the corner with the piano, if I didn't know what I was doing, I could just sit and look around.
And nobody be any the wiser.
I can't do that today, though.
But for some reason, because you were at the piano, you ended up with all the little bits of paper that people would pass up from the audience with requests, and
Yes.
which is how we were able
Yes.
to. She sort of sifted through some of the
Yeah.
other charts and found these pieces of paper that said Red River Valley was always on them. Red River Valley, You Are My Sunshine, the Irish one.
Yeah, sometimes cockles and mussels.
Cockles and Mussels.
Good night, Irene.
Good Night, Irene.
Yeah.
Right.
So we've tried to include not all of those, but some of those.
And we were in key of A.
So it's You Are My Sunshine, and it's in A.
Hey, I had a cape over there it is. Make things easier. Yeah, it's just
Of course, I mean, it was a long time, but there were always a lot of musicians playing different things, so
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I had to play all the time.
No, it's a great sort of situation where you can stop and things just keep going.
Yeah, and listen to a lot of other.
Not like this.
No.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. I'll always love you and make you happy, and nothing else could come the same. But if you leave me to love another, you'll regret it all someday. Sorry, I'm kidding. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, you really love me, and no one else could come between. But now you left me and love another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go rogue.
No, you have more verses than I
Well,
was.
yeah,
Then
see, he had nicely printed off verses, and that was fine. And then there were chords here, but I was looking at the chord chart and it had different verses, so it's the way it was.
All right. Moving along.
That's all right.
This is in
Always.
the key of G.
What are we doing?
We're doing
Oh yeah, I'm not even playing this.
the sing-along favorite. Trailers for sale rent. Rooms to let for 50 cents. No phone, no food, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes. I bet 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. 3rd boxcar, midnight train, destination everything. Old worn out suit and shoes. I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found. Short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Modulation, I know every engineer, every trade, all of their children, all of their names, every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked when no one's around. I said, trailers for sale rent, rooms to let 50 cents. No phone, no pool, no pets. I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom buys an 8 by 12 4-bedroom. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road, king of the road, king king of the road. No, I never try the modulation when there's other people. Maybe I shouldn't have tried it that time
I
either.
always feel like there's a bonfire in front of us when we do that,
Yeah.
right? Or maybe there
Oh.
ought to be something burning.
Maybe ought to be something. The guitar. Let's play a final set of tunes and a final song, and that should wrap it up. Let's play the Swallowtail Jig. We haven't had enough jigs. This would be a good one. If Gail were here with her boron, this would be a good Gail boron tune.
E minor.
Yeah, we haven't had any
E
good,
minor,
haven't
D.
had any good minor
That's
key
it. E minor,
tunes.
D, E minor, D, E minor, D. Sorry.
A 1, 2,
Nothing.
1. Alrighty. Well, listen. I think we should wrap it up here with one more song. Would have been nice to have been able to hear what all of you were muttering amongst yourselves out there. But I guess we can go and check the comments later on. And we're going to finish off with Auld Lang
So I
Syne.
wish you a Happy New Year.
And we're going to wish you a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be a good thing to do, wouldn't it?
Yes. A Happy New Year.
And with any luck, we're going to do this. We were all set to do this in person, weren't we? A couple of weeks ago until
Things change.
the
They
COVID
always
hit the
change.
fan again.
Yeah, things change. They always change. We adapt. It'll be fine. What are you looking at?
I was looking to see what key you were planning on playing this in.
Same when we G.
Okay, hey. Sorry, I'm going to get out of Roger Miller tuning and back into trad song tuning.
Well, I guess that's what I was sort of thinking when I was thinking that when I was doing my little intro before everybody joined us, and probably nobody heard it. And I was just talking about, like traditions myself personally I've had on New Year's Day that, were long and involve different parts of families, and then as time goes on, things shift and change, but it always,
Yes.
that's life, right?
Yeah, that is.
So yeah, this is good. So 20 years of doing Captain's Polar Bears Levee. Wow, it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. Good for us. Woo!
So, Happy New Year.
Oh my God, I'm
And,
20 years older than I was.
And we'll.
Sorry.
We better start singing before she gets too philosophical here. Should all and put the gowans by. But we've wandered many a weary foot since days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And surely you be all myself, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fair, and he's a hand of thine, and we'll tack a right good weary walk for old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne.
Happy New Year.
That's it. Are we gonna pass it back to Katie, or are we just gonna
Here.
kiss?
Happy New Year. All right. Hi.
Thank you. Hi, Ian and Judy. Thank you very much for joining us today and putting on a great show.
Thank you. And I hope you do well with your membership drive.
Yes.
That's important. Are you collecting any food or donations for the food bank, or people can do that on their own?
Yeah, they can do it on their own or they can bring it in. Or,
They
yeah,
can bring it
so
in.
again, yeah,
That's
open
lovely.
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Good. Happy New Year. How was the weather down in Port Dover anyway today?
It's beautiful. It would have been a warm dip.
Right. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Happy New Year.